Hey, this is Ben Solomon, and welcome to this episode of the Techno Leadership Show. In this episode, I want to talk about a key thing in our tech professional career, as well as we go up into either senior roles in tech and engineering or into management, team lead, that sort of roles. And that's confidence. Confidence is key. It's a foundation on which communication and everything else builds on. Because if you don't have the confidence, and if you don't show that confidence, you're not going to be able to communicate effectively either. When you have a sense of lack of confidence, your body language is all closed and doesn't inspire the other person to have confidence in you, in what you're saying and in what you're communicating, which means, again, that tends to lower the perception of what you're doing, how you're doing it, and how you're conveying your work to others. And look, like a lot of people who are engineers and tech professionals, I was, short on confidence. I used to walk around with a slouch, was close postured because, introvert, plus I had, social anxiety, you can say, in a sense. So all of that combined to, me being stuck in an office room away from the world, just working on the tech. I love the tech, yes. But then as I understood the place of tech in an organization, i.e., it's there to serve and help others in the organization and the customers that the organization come in contact with to get better outcomes. So to do all of that, we need to be able to communicate and communicate effectively with our colleagues, with customers, all of that. Additionally, if you are unfortunate enough to have worked in places where engineers and technologists don't get treated well, don't get given the credibility and the credence that you require, it's hard to build that confidence up. It has to really come from within, because nothing on the outside for you, if you are in that sort of environment, is going to give you that external validation for confidence. So you have to be able to internally generate confidence, and that comes from a few things. Like some of the things that really helped me, like one of the books that really helped me early on was How to Talk to Anyone by Lyle Lowndes. So in this book, one of the things that probably of everything that I've read, one thing that stays with me now, almost 20 something years later, is to stand straight, walk in with a straight posture. And this was when I was obese and I was slouching to, make it look like I wasn't that big. So I was like slouching, covering myself up. And because of that, my posture overall went a bit closed and small, which then reflected in how I approached people, conversations, communication, all of that. And once I learned this as a hack, so to speak, to stand straight with shoulders as wide and open as possible, it automatically opens your chest up, and naturally, I don't know, some physiological thing, but it gives you a sense of energy in your brain if you hold that posture. And that helps you communicate with confidence. The second thing is it lengthens your the diaphragm in the space. So therefore your voice lowers and has a sense of confidence in there coming out of that. And that expansiveness means you're opening up, you're making yourself feel confident in yourself, more approachable, but also more safe. So the person who is talking to you feels more safe because you're open in your posture and they feel it's a subconscious thing. but it might be weird, but it's a subconscious thing that happens, and people have a higher tendency to feel safe in having that conversation with you, and you can then with confidence convey what you're trying to convey. And then looking people in the eye when speaking to them, not as in staring them down like that, but like having a gentle eye contact with them. And one of the things that I've learned over the years is not to intensely gaze into people, because especially if it's a male and a male, or potentially even female with female, it can lead to like a sense of you're trying to start a fight sort of thing. It's apparently it's a evolutionary thing that makes us, create the superiority thing in us. But to avoid all of that, when you're looking at people in the eye, the thing that I've learned is to do a triangle. So start like focusing on one eye slowly. It's not like you're darting across, but it's more gently move from focusing on one eye to the next, and then down to the between the nose and the mouth, and then back up again. So if you gently do that very smoothly and very slowly, it doesn't feel like you're staring them down, and it still gives them the feeling of having your attention and having that eye contact, again making them feel comfortable having a conversation with you, and you being able to convey a sense of confidence to the person. So this helps whether you're working with a customer, whether you're speaking to your boss, to your colleagues, to people that you're leading and managing, or in a situation like an interview or other situations. The other thing also is this hack of being standing up and having a wide open posture also helps when you're on the phone. It really conveys a sense of confidence, a sense of openness, a sense of, and that calmness, because you get off the lengthened airway and everything when you're on the phone. So one of the things that I naturally have done is when I'm talking on the phone, I generally walk. And of course it's difficult in, like, if you're working in a call center sort of situation or do a lot of phone support, it's difficult, but there are ways around it. If your business or a company gets helps you get a stand-up desk or things like that, again, you can utilize that and get a headset or something like that to be able to get a bit of that posture. But then if you're having a phone interview, make sure you're standing up, you've got your chest wide open, shoulders up, and you're talking to them with a sense of confidence, command, and giving that respect as well to the other person that you're speaking to while being that person. So that is a very important hack that'll help you make that flip from feeling, even if you think that you're fine, when someone externally looks at you in that posture of being closed and clammy, it gives a weird subconscious feel. And this is something coming from having interacted with many people who have had that. And because I understand where I was, it was easy for me to go, hey, gently talk to them and help them understand this and help them gain this and show the sense of confidence that they have. A lot of our confidence can come from our skills, which is fantastic, but to convey that, we also need to follow some of these guidelines of body language, how we transmit our voice, eye contact, all of those aspects to convey that confidence, to convey openness in communication, and convey a sense of care in that whole thing. So hopefully that helps you out. If you're someone who is slouching over, which we, especially in IT and other engineering where you tend to work on a table, electronics engineering comes to mind because that's my background, there is a tendency to get slouched and generally be in that slouched sort of frame. So to be able to, like when you're having a conversation, to consciously expand your shoulders, your chest, and stay straight, feeling like there's a rope kind of lifting you up so that your spine straightens and everything straightens up, and you can have a nice conversation with a sense of openness and transmitting that confidence that you have to the other person so that they feel comfortable in that situation and feel that you are confident in what you are saying, what you're doing, and what you're conveying. So I wish you all the best in your journey as a tech professional, manager, and leader. If you like this episode, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button so that you're notified of future episodes as they are released. I look forward to talking to you in a future episode. Take care and have a great day.